stared at the clock, my heart pounding in my chest. It was the fifth and final night at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I had made it this far, surviving the animatronic horrors that lurked within the restaurant. But tonight would be the ultimate test of my will. As the night guard, I had learned the hard way that these animatronics weren't just a bunch of harmless robots. They were possessed by malevolent spirits, seeking revenge for their tragic past. The thought sent shivers down my spine. I glanced at the surveillance cameras, watching as the animatronics moved restlessly around the dimly lit rooms. Foxy was lurking in Pirate Cove, his eyeless gaze fixed on me. Chica was in the kitchen, banging pots and pans together. But Freddy was nowhere to be seen. The phone rang, making me jump. It was the phone guy, my guide through this nightmare. His voice trembled with fear as he told me that the animatronics were becoming increasingly aggressive. He warned me that Freddy himself would start hunting me down tonight. I took a deep breath and fortified my resolve. I couldn't let fear consume me. I had survived 4 nights already. I would survive this one too. I checked the control panel, making sure the doors were securely locked. But as I watched the power slowly drain, panic set in. The clock struck midnight, and the animatronics sprang to life. Bonnie appeared at my door, his hollow eyes glistening in the dim light. I quickly closed the door, hearing him scratch and claw against the metal. The sound made my skin crawl. A sudden knock echoed from the other side of the room. My heart stopped as I realized it was Freddy. His laughter filled the air, sending chills down my spine. I knew I couldn't keep the door closed forever. I had to conserve power. The minutes ticked by, agonizingly slow. The power was draining. I felt like a sitting duck. Suddenly, an idea sparked in my mind. Maybe I could distract them somehow. I grabbed the spare Freddy Fazbear mascot costume from the supply closet and put it on. As I stood there, in the disguise of their fallen leader, the animatronics seemed momentarily confused. They stared at me, their mechanical eyes flickering with uncertainty. It bought me precious seconds. I carefully made my way towards the exit, keeping my movements slow and deliberate. As I neared the door, Foxy's red eyes locked with mine. I held my breath, praying that my disguise would hold. With a final menacing screech, Foxy turned away and resumed his position in Pirate Cove. I let out a sigh of relief. I knew my ordeal wasn't over yet. I still had to escape the building. I tiptoed my way through the darkened hallways, avoiding any potential encounters. Finally, I reached the exit and pushed the heavy door open. The cool night air washed over me, bringing a sense of freedom and relief. As I walked away from Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, I knew I would never forget the terrors I had faced within those walls. I also knew that I had triumphed over them. I had survived 5 nights at Freddy's. Nothing could ever scare me as much as that again. And so, as I left the nightmare behind, I couldn't help but smile. I was a survivor, and I would carry that badge proudly for the rest of my life.